Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to another random match here on WWE 2K17. This one has been suggested by iWill1, and it is going to be the current NXT Women's Champion, of course, Asuka, taking on the very first ever NXT Women's Champion in Paige. It's going to be an interesting one, really. What would it be? The past versus the present, I suppose, isn't it? Because I wouldn't necessarily say that, I don't know about Paige anymore. She seems to be really struggling. For me, it just seems to be a little bit, I don't know. I know she's been injured and this, that and the other, but she just seems to, her mind doesn't seem to be where it should be anymore, in my opinion, with wrestling. And I think it's a shame. It really is. But somebody who I think is going to be a massive hit when she makes it into the main roster. And I'm thinking now they're starting to turn it more heel, I think. And that is going to be Asuka. I'm pretty sure that Asuka's match against Mickie James at TakeOver a couple of weeks back, at TakeOver Toronto, was a moment to turn her heel. And then I think eventually they will build up to Asuka versus Ember Moon. I don't think they want to go full heel until after Asuka had defended the NXT Women's Championship at the NXT Japan show, which I don't know when that's going to be up on the network, but it has been recorded now. And I did get quite a few of my guesstimations correct on that one. But yeah, I think they will probably turn Asuka more heel now, and I think she'll go on to a feud against Ember Moon for that takeover in January, which I think will be a really, really good match, actually. A good chance to see Ember Moon full show. Ooh. Sorry, I've just seen the news pop up on my phone now, some wrestling news, and it says that Japanese stars Yoshi-Hashi and Kazuchika Okada were backstage for Saturday's NXT live event in Osaka, Japan, with NXT. No, I'm not going to say it, because people might not have seen it. Well, people haven't seen it, have they yet? It's not on the network as yet, but it looked like a pretty good match. It looked like a pretty good show, because you had, wasn't it, TM61, of course, with their big Japanese history, taking on DIY for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Asuka eventually defended her NXT Women's Championship against Nia Jax, the old Godzilla storyline, I suppose. And then we saw, of course, Samoa Joe defending his NXT Championship, newly won NXT Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. And we also know that Bobby Roode, we don't know that because it hasn't been on TV yet. I'm going to stop talking because I keep giving away spoilers. Right. So starting things off here, Paige. The reason I picked NXT TakeOver London, of course, is Paige is from the UK. She's from Norwich. So just, not that Norwich is that close to London, really, but I just thought it made a little bit of sense to do this one here. Snap suplex there by Paige on Asuka. Now this would be a big win for Paige because I believe that, well, although Paige was probably the first NXT sort of, I don't know, sort of the upper level of women's wrestling. We had a few come from NXT beforehand, didn't we? None of them were necessarily very, very good, but I think Paige was the first one that we saw go up into the main roster. We thought, wow, she's actually a very talented individual. Since then, of course, I think she's been eclipsed by the debuts of Bayley, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Charlotte. I think she's been eclipsed by all of them, so it's been a little bit of a shame for Paige. Of course, been out injured now for quite some time as well, so when she comes back from her injury, she needs to really reinvent herself a little bit. Because I think even the likes of Dana Brooke and is looking pretty good now on the main roster. Alexa Bliss is, of course, my favourite. Mella over on SmackDown's done very, very well in her transition to a heel. And, of course, when Asuka makes her debut up on the main roster, then things are really going to hit the fan there, I think. Asuka's going to be a dominant one. Now, I think the main reason why Asuka hasn't moved up to the main roster yet is that they haven't got anyone to replace her yet in the NXT Women's Division. The Women's Division, after losing quite a lot of people, of course, they lost Sasha, Charlotte, and Becky all in one go last year. Then they lost Bayley as well after NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Then, obviously, Alexa Bliss and Carmella moved up as well. So they've really taken a lot of females from the Women's Division. They haven't necessarily brought a lot more in, though. That's the thing. Of course, we've now got Nikki Storm. She is part of Sanity. She's looking like she's going to be a pretty strong member of the NXT Women's Division. And, of course, we've seen Ember Moon come in recently as well. But I still think there's going to be space for another couple. I think Crazy Mary Dobson made her debut on the most recent set of tapings as well. So that's another lady in there. But there is rumours of wanting to do a female-style tournament next year. So, in my opinion, that'll probably mean that they'll end up hiring quite a lot of new women from that. Just like they did with the Cruiserweights, really. So that's pretty cool. I like that. That's the idea, anyway. And we might see some women of the likes of... I've seen some names already linked to it. I'm hoping Candice LeRae is one of them, though, because I'm a big fan of Candice LeRae. Of course, she is married now to Johnny Gargano, so that could be a nice little... I'm sure Johnny can put in a good word for her. Oh, it's TLC tonight as well. I'm looking forward to TLC. This match really going to the balls now. Just really just aggressive outside utilising of the ring steps. Now, the referee's up to an 8 count. And is Paige going to steal this one by count out? She has. Paige using the rules to her advantage there. Completely demolishing Asuka on the outside. And then picking up the victory via count out. Wasn't the most thrilling of matches, but I'll tell you what, it's an interesting way of doing it, and it's shown a little bit of AI there from the computer. Not quite sure if it was done on purpose by the AI, but it was definitely effective. Taking Asuka out, using the ring steps to her advantage, and sliding back in. Of course, if this was for the NXT Women's Championship, then Asuka would still be the champion due to a championship advantage, but that's an interesting way for the computer to pick up a victory. I like that, actually. I do like that. Of course, like I said at the beginning, this one was suggested by I Will One, so thank you very much to you for that one. I think I've got another one of your videos coming up in the next few days as well, so keep an eye out for that as well. Of course, if anyone else has any other suggestions for random matches, then please do drop them down in the comment section below, and I will get them recorded and uploaded for you as soon as I get a chance. I put them all in a big hat, and basically I pull them out, and if yours gets pulled out, you get a shout out in the process. And of course, if you are new around here and you would like to see some more, then please hit that subscribe button. If you could hit that like button as well, it would really help me out. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon for another random match.